As we reported earlier, a federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP food assistance benefits this month. The ruling was in response to a challenge against the Trump administration, which has said it would only cover 65% of the allotted funds for SNAP. Roughly 42 million low-income Americans rely on food stamps. And the legal fight comes as the government shutdown has now reached a record-setting 37 days. Joining us now is Stephanie Kingsbury, the executive director of Mustard Seed Ministries, which helps people in St. Lucie County, Florida, that face food insecurity. Stephanie, thanks for being here. And according to your organization, the need for food has risen 30% compared to 1 year ago. This was before the SNAP cuts. And then in recent weeks, you guys also say demand has surged even further. What's going on?
Correct. So we experienced 30% increase as of January 1st. If I look at January numbers, we were serving about 4,100 people in January of 2024. And in January of 2025, we saw that raise to 6,100. And that trend has continued every month since in 2025. And so we saw a 30% increase. But just this week on Monday, we weren't quite sure what was going to happen. And this week on Monday, our line is usually out the door, but it was out the door and around the building. And that has stayed consistent Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And also just the sheer volume of people that come in and are, just concerned about what's going to happen and when their SNAP benefits will be available, if they will be available, and how long they will be available for, really causes people to look to us to help them and to feed their families.
Who is most in need right now? Is it people just looking for work, or has that changed too?
I see really two different kinds of people, two different kinds of folks that are coming to us. There are the segment of the population who, without food pantries, literally can't feed their families. So without us, there is no food on the table. And then I see another segment of the population who comes to the food pantries in the area and gets food and then uses the money that they would have had to spend at the grocery store, but instead came to a food pantry, and then they divert those funds to pay another bill. And I think that we see more and more of that. We are talking about people who are working. We're not talking about people who are unemployed. These are working families who are feeling the pinch of our economy, of the housing situation in our area. And they're just really feeling what's going on. And some of them maybe have dependent on SNAP and some of them may not be. But I think that we're seeing a real shift in on those who are coming to food pantries. It's not, those who are just single moms with their 3 kids anymore.
Stephanie Kingsbury, I think you have painted a picture for us that helps us understand the need. Thank you very much for your time.